just came back from The Secret Life of Pets 2. Guess whose turn it was to pick a movie for movie night? Give you a hint. Not this guy. So yeah, we ended up going to go see The Secret Life of Pets 2. I didn't even know there was a Secret Life of Pets 1. Actually, that's not entirely true. I actually did remember that there was a Secret Pets 1. I just don't remember what happened in it. I remember specifically there was one scene with, I think it was a dog who's listening to classical music and his owner leaves the house, and then when the owner is gone, the dog switches the thing over from classical music to System of a Down, and I think I was a little less amused by the incident and more surprised they got away with putting Jump as the music, because if you actually listen to Jump by System of a Down, it is not about what you think it's about. Fortunately, you don't need to see The Secret Life of Pets 1 in order to understand anything that's going on in The Secret Life of Pets 2. It probably helps if you want to be familiar with the characters, but the movie does a good enough job of keeping you in the loop if you're one of those guys who showed up to the sequel with his kid and is like, who's this guy? What's this dog's name? The movie isn't really about one overarching story so much as it is three storylines that ultimately get compacted into one towards the end. This a narrative style that reminds me very much of the Thursday Next books by Jasper Fforde. Although, unlike Jasper Fforde, the sense of humor is a lot less dry and a lot more, shall we say, kid-friendly in most aspects. I am genuinely surprised they got away with the catnip joke, and you'll probably have to see the movie to get what I'm talking about there. Suffice to say, a lot of us adults have made that joke about catnip. The three storylines are as follows. One, you got a dog named Max, who's really, really attached to the new baby that came into the family, going off to the ranch with his family and his other dog, and he encounters a dog named Rooster. The second storyline is Gidget, who is learning how to be a cat, act like a cat, look like a cat. Also, she can get a squeaky toy out of a cat lair. And then finally, there's the rabbit, I believe it was, named Snowball, who apparently decides to become a superhero, and his first mission is to save a tiger from the circus. Okay. Of the three storylines, storyline number one was the most interesting because it told a story of how you basically have to stop being so overprotective of everybody. You know, Max wants to cling to this child and wants to keep him safe, but then the dog Rooster, who awesomely enough was voiced by Harrison Ford, is telling him, you don't need to cling to him all the time, man. He's just gonna learn on his own sometimes. That's how it works. And that's a really awesome moral, I honestly think, in this generation of helicopter parenting. Second up was the dog trying to become a cat in order to get a chew toy storyline. It's kind of tied to the first one in the sense that Max leaves the squeak toy with Gidget and says, you know, keep it safe, but then Gidget leaves it with the cats and it ends up not being safe at all. So I gotta get the chew toy back. It was funny. Not quite as interesting as the first story, but it was funny enough. And as for the Snowball storyline, I guess the kids will think it's funny. I don't know. Overall, I really thought this movie was harmless. I mean, it honestly wasn't meant for someone like me, but like I said, it wasn't my turn to pick the movie, believe me. If I was picking, I wouldn't be going to see this. But now that I've gone and seen it, I didn't hate it. I didn't really like it, but I didn't really hate it. It's an okay movie if you have a kid, you know? It doesn't feel like it's intellectually insulting, for the most part. I don't feel like this movie is a complete waste of time. Honestly, I haven't seen the first one, so I don't really know if the sequel is 100% unnecessary. But in the long run, I've definitely seen worse. In fact, I've seen worse from this studio. The Secret Life of Pets 2 won't revolutionize the world or reinvent the wheel, but it's okay. I give this movie 2 hats out of 4. This is going to conclude the movie review for today. I hope you enjoyed this pilot, and I hope that you enjoy future movie reviews coming from your boy up here. If you'd like what you see, be sure to do the old YouTube shuffle. That's like, comment, and subscribe, ring-a-ding the bell, and all that good stuff. The social network currently doesn't exist, but I'm working on that. Until next time, thank you. I'll see you next time.